In the headlines, Flo Dominica implements protocols to protect customers and staff from COVID-19. A Cuban medical brigade to join Dominica's fight against the coronavirus. And all outpatient clinics for HIV and AIDS patients suspended. I am Andrea Louis with the Channel 5 News. Back with the details after this.
Giving away $30,000 in cash, 2 bags of money plus $1,000 every Friday.
We're flowing better every day, and now we're making parties great. That's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up.
Top up.
$10 or more.
Sign up.
Just switch to Flow.
Get a plan.
1 gig or more. If you want to win cash galore.
We flow.
Win a bag of money.
Cash out.
Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? From Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or switch now to win. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
When you feel a sneeze or a cough coming, covering your mouth prevents the spread of germs. You probably knew that. But the way you cover up also matters, and that means breaking a habit you've held near and dear all your life. Cover your nose and mouth with your flexed elbow or a tissue, not your hands. Discard the used tissue immediately. Then wash your hands. Help stop the spread of germs. Remember, your health is your responsibility.
A message by the Health Promotion Unit of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and New Health Investment, Dominica.
Avec Flow, gagnez l'argent, on partit l'argent avec Flow. Gagnez l'argent, on gros sac l'argent. C'est juste ça pour gagner un gros sac l'argent avec Flow. And mettez on top up, sign up, quittez yo, et venez joindre Flow. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Thank you for staying with us. First up, Flo Dominica has made some adjustments to how it does business in light of the coronavirus pandemic. With 2 cases already detected here, the business community is changing the way service is provided. Flo Dominica continues to provide service to customers, but with some changes meant to protect both customers and staff. Marketing and Corporate Communications Executive Ferdinand Frampton took us through some of these adjustments.
The safety of our customers and of our staff, that's paramount to us, and as a result, we're trying our best to put in place some of the recommendations that have been made in terms of ensuring that safety of our customers as well as our staff, our colleagues. And so what you're seeing in the background here is a setup we've done on the curbside in front of the Flow, the main Flow store, or what we refer to as our customer experience center. what we've done here, we've made available our technical services. Our technical services are available here, as well as top up. If a customer wants to top up, they can come here to do it. If they want to purchase a handset, they can also come here to do it, as well as SIM cards. So that is our external setup in terms of providing support to customers externally outside of the store. In the background, you can actually see a tent, the one of two that we've actually set up on the outside, and it's something that is unavoidable at this time. Customers would have to wait under that tent while we manage the flow of traffic into the store to be able to manage the distance between each individual customer as we aim to serve them. So what you're seeing on the outside is just something temporarily that we've put in place to facilitate our customers, to facilitate the waiting process. Again, we ask our customers for their patience and understanding, but we're doing this for the safety of them, of you, the customers, as well as the staff of Cable and Wireless Flow Dominica.
Anelia Edmond is retail store supervisor at Flow. She took us through some of the adjustments made with respect to customer service within the store.
What we've done is we've erected a tent outside so our customers can stand, and then we're allowing a certain amount of customers into the store at any given point in time so that they can be served throughout the entire store. So we're still processing bill payments. We still do have our lines for our top-ups, and customers can still purchase their handsets, because we know that during this difficult time we still need everyone to stay connected. So these are some of the changes that we've implemented here at Flow. So if you still need to put a top up, or if you still need to pay a bill, or if you still need to get any service at Flow that you would have gotten on any other day, you can still come down to the store. You may have to stand in line for a little longer than usual, but it's still business as usual. The customers will be situated at a relative distance from our reps. Additionally, we also have hand sanitizers around the store as well, so that the customers can sanitize their hands before they speak with one of our reps or when they're leaving as well. So if you take a look at the store, we're promoting the social distancing that we've been asking for.
In other top stories, Dominica is receiving help from a Cuban medical brigade to assist in the fight against COVID-19.
25 nurses, 5 doctors, 4 lab technicians are due to arrive here on Thursday to assist with the direct management of COVID-19. Prime Minister Skerrit has expressed gratitude to the government and people of the Republic of Cuba for once again showing solidarity with Dominica. Mr. Skerrit says, and I quote, "I have always said that you know who your friends are in times of trouble," end quote. The Prime Minister has also advised all those individuals who have been quarantined over the last week to adhere to the guidelines and protocols provided, while the officials of the Ministry of Health continue to conduct surveillance and testing activities. The public is also advised to contact health officials in their districts regarding anyone not adhering to quarantine measures.
In other developments, a suspension in outpatient clinics to continue protecting one of Dominica's vulnerable populations. Julian Morris explains.
The COVID-19 pandemic is forcing the country to modify its usual mode of operations to ensure the safety of its citizens. People who are immunocompromised are considered most vulnerable to the impact of the COVID-19 virus. Apart from the elderly, those who are HIV positive or have AIDS are considered susceptible, as they also have an impaired immune system. However, coordinator of the National HIV/AIDS Response Program, Lester Guy, says research from the region shows that individuals who are HIV positive do not have a worse response to the COVID-19.
HIV is an immunocompromised virus or disease, and if you are one of the persons who may be HIV positive or have developed the symptoms of AIDS, it means that you would have to be taking extra precautions as relates to your health. Surprisingly, with the type of research that have been done and the information that have been given to us from a regional point of view, fortunately, there is not some extenuating circumstances as relates to persons who are HIV positive in comparison to persons with other comorbidities or underlying conditions.
The NAP has taken measures to further ensure the safety of its clients by suspending outpatient clinics and utilizing a central distribution point for medication.
all outpatient clinics has been suspended. So the persons who are part of our outpatient clinic, which is our infectious disease control clinic, have been asked to, come to see us, and we will work out how we're going to get you medication. At least we are giving you a supply of 3 months from now, and as we look at how this pandemic and, endemic within country progresses. We've always had a central distribution point, and it's not really been an issue with most of our clients. Already we are distributing at least 3 months medication to our clients prior to the health situation that we have.
The same precautionary measures continue to be given to those who are HIV positive or who have AIDS on how to further protect themselves.
The general rule applies because you have an underlying condition. We've been educating people and informing people to please avoid going to public spaces with crowds if you don't necessarily need to be there. All right? That is extremely, extremely important. It also means that we have been re-emphasizing the fact that you need to practice the hygienic practices that they have been talking about in terms of washing your hands thoroughly when and if you're out in the public and you interact with people. It means that you're not just washing the palm of your hands, you're washing from your elbow down. That has to be practiced as much as possible. It also means that if you're going to public places, that you don't have a choice right now. If you're going to the pharmacy, if you have to go to the supermarket, wear a mask.
You are watching the Channel 5 News. Stay tuned for more after the break.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Si ou ni maladie HIV et bien maladie sexuelle, si ou pas protéger corps lò ka ni sexe ek plusieurs moun, sa kay mette la vie ou a gros danger. Ou ka expose tout partner ou poison et que ta ki ka vini ek maladie. Servi yo kondom chaque fois ou ka ni sexe. Change ki, y est important pour découvrir maladie à bonheur ou sa vive un bon sorti même si ou ni maladie HIV. Prends responsabilité, protéger corps et puis les autres. Examiner corps. Aidez du bout si même maladie HIV et l'autre maladie sexuelle.
With Flow, when I bag our money, cash out. Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah. From
Yo, check this. Flow is giving away $30,000 in cash.
Oh, yeah.
2 bags of money plus a grand every Friday.
With Flow is better every day, and now we're making parties great. That's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up.
Top up,
$10 more.
sign up,
Just switch to Flow.
get a plan.
1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore.
With Flow,
Win a bag of money.
cash out.
Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah. From Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or switch now to win. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
When you feel a sneeze or a cough coming, covering your mouth prevents the spread of germs. You probably knew that. But the way you cover up also matters, and that means breaking a habit you've held near and dear all your life. Cover your nose and mouth with your flexed elbow or a tissue, not your hands. Discard the used tissue immediately. Then wash your hands. Help stop the spread of germs. Remember, your health is your responsibility.
A message by the Health Promotion Unit of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and New Health Investment, Dominica.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Avec Flow, gagnez l'argent, on partit l'argent avec Flow. Gagnez l'argent, on gros sac l'argent. C'est juste ça pour gagner un gros sac l'argent avec Flow. And mettez on top up, sign up, quittez yo, every video join Flow. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. The institution, which houses the largest number of senior citizens in Dominica, has officially gone on lockdown as of Monday, 23rd March. Julian Morris has that story.
The Dominica Infirmary is currently home to 90 residents who range in age from 54 to 107. COVID-19 was declared a pandemic earlier this month by the WHO, and Dominica is recording its first confirmed case on Sunday, 22nd March. Data shows that the elderly are the most vulnerable to the virus, and as such, Director of the Dominica Infirmary Annie St. Louis says the institution took the tough decision to go on full lockdown on Monday.
As of last week, we suspended all group visits at the infirmary, so some people may have been hearing announcements on the radio of suspended group visits, but as of today, infirmary is on the complete lockdown, meaning that only essential people will access the compounds of infirmary. I am sure you had to pass through locked gates to get into the yard. So no visits allowed for residents. So I am urging relatives, yes, you can bring in whatever supplies you need to bring in for your relatives, but you will be stopped at the gate. Whatever supplies you bring in will be taken from you and sanitized before they are taken to the wards.
Ahead of the full lockdown, preparation for such a situation began weeks ago. However, depending on how the situation develops, more assistance could be needed.
We've been monitoring the news even before it got to the Caribbean. We started monitoring and kind of just keeping abreast with what is going on in terms of transmission and so on. We started putting things in place. So even before the rush for protective gear, infirmary had already increased our stock in terms of gloves and masks and so on. We had already doubled down on our stock. We had already doubled down on some of the food supplies that we felt were most critical in terms of care for the elderly. Yes, we doubled up, but infirmary does not have a limitless amount of money. And of course, we will definitely be needing a number of supplies in terms of essential for hygiene, food supplies as well. We have 90-something mouths to feed. When we ask staff to come and stay here, we have more mouths to feed at that time. And yes, we will definitely need the support of the government and others to get those supplies to us as well.
Apart from protecting the residents who are at high risk due to age and underlying conditions, the management of the infirmary has also taken steps to ensure the safety of the employees during this pandemic as part of its contingency plan.
Initially, our staff would work 3 shifts a day. In the event that there's a lockdown, we have a plan in place where staff will be kept would stay on compound for a certain number of days and they'll be home for a certain number of days, hoping to contain the frequency of people accessing the compound. The system in place would also ensure that we transport our staff to and from their homes when they need to move back and forth so that they don't access public transportation. These decisions as a cost, of course, to the institution. When we have staff on compound, it means that we need to ensure that they are fed and they're taken care of and so on. So these are not decisions that would taken lightly, and we thought of everything.
On the matter of staff, the management team is also working on a list of auxiliary staff who can assist in the event of staff shortage at the institution.
A series of stringent measures by the Catholic Church came into effect on Tuesday. Bishop of Roseau, His Lordship Gabriel Malzer, says due to the challenging times of pandemic proportions that the necessary and responsible steps have to be taken by the Church.
1. Effective immediately. All public church gatherings, including Lenten retreats, Sunday and weekday masses, are suspended until further notice. 2. As regards funerals, it is advised that no more than 10 persons attend and that the service be of reasonably short duration. 3. The celebration of the Mass of the Holy Chrism will take place at the Cathedral Chapel on Wednesday, April 8th, 2020, with a group of clergy.
The Catholic Church is currently observing the Lenten season, after which comes Easter. Measures are being put in place to host the regular events which surround this time of year through a safer manner.
The celebration of the Lord's Supper on Holy Thursday, the Lord's Passion on Good Friday, Easter Vigil, and Easter Sunday Masses will take place at the Cathedral Chapel and parish churches with no more than 10 people. 5th, arrangements are being made to provide a live stream of all the Sunday Masses and Holy Week celebrations from the Cathedral Chapel via the Dominica Catholic Radio, television, and social media, in order to give the faithful the opportunity to unite themselves to these celebrations while remaining at home.
The bishop implored the wider public to play their part to help curb the spread of the disease.
I appeal to our senior citizens, our students, and those with medical conditions to stay home. Please stay home and save lives. I appeal to all and sundry to practice respiratory etiquette, like coughing or sneezing into a flexed elbow or tissue and throwing the tissue into a closed bin. Regular hand washing, social distancing of about 6 feet, and strictly avoiding touching the face.
And in light of the increasing number of individuals with the coronavirus here, Dominica could see a complete or partial lockdown as done by other countries. The Prime Minister has promised to place the entire island under quarantine if it becomes necessary. In light of that eventuality, Flow Dominica is prepared to facilitate customers who want to work from home or pursue online learning.
You are going to have to work from home, and we already know that children are already at home from school. You're going to require internet service to be able to do what you need to do from home. Now, we do have our internet service, our superfast broadband, available in a number of areas across Dominica. We also know that there are some areas that we've not yet had the opportunity to provide service there, because as you know, since Hurricane Maria, we've actually been rebuilding the Flow network, and so it's an ongoing process. What we have, though, as an alternative for those in the areas where we do not yet have our superfast broadband is something we call our LTE box. This box provides you with internet service which is made available via our LTE sites. You can get that LTE box from Flow that you can use to go online, to work from home, to get your students or your children to go on their laptops, on their tablets, etc. The number you can call is 255-3172. So call that number again. It's 255-3172, and you can get some information on how we can get you connected, possibly even remotely, without you having to actually make a physical appearance to the store.
Flow's high-speed internet service is already available in a number of communities.
They are Bellevue, Castle Comfort, Wallhouse, Leopoldville, Point Michel, Shawford, Trafalgar, Bath Estates, Roseau, Goodwill, Santa Roma, Stock Farm, Tarish Pit, Funkole, Canefield and Antrim, those surrounding areas as well. Maho, Belfast, we're in Marigot, Castle Bruce and La Plaine. In Portsmouth, Wharton Waven and Pottersville, we are in some of the sections of those areas, so you can call us to find out if your area is one of the areas in Pottersville where you live, if that's one of the areas that we actually have service available. So these are the areas that we actually have our superfast broadband. But as I said before, if you live in an area that was not mentioned on the list that I just provided, we have the alternative of the LTE box, which is able to provide you with internet service that you can do your laptop connections, your tablet connections, and all of that, your computer connections, your phone connections, that you can get to do your work from home if that becomes something that is instituted in Dominica. And for your children who are at home, you can also get that to get them in terms of going online, getting their schoolwork done, continuing their education online. So come in or call us, as a matter of fact, on 255-3172 to get some information on how we can get you connected.
Avec Flow, gagnez l'argent, on partage l'argent avec Flow. Gagnez l'argent, on gros sac l'argent. C'est juste ça pour gagner un gros sac l'argent avec Flow. And mettez on top up, sign up, quittez yo, et venez joindre Flow. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
With Flow, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah. From Flow.
Yo, check this. Flow is giving away $30,000 in cash.
Oh, yeah.
2 bags of money plus $1,000 every Friday.
With Flow is better every day, and now we're making parties great. That's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up.
Top up.
$10 or more.
Sign up.
Just switch to Flow.
Get a plan.
1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore.
With Flow.
Win a bag of money.
Cash out.
Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah. From Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or switch now to win. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
To end the news, the headlines again. Flow Dominica implements the protocols to protect customers and staff from COVID-19. A Cuban medical brigade to join Dominica's fight against the coronavirus on Thursday. And outpatient clinics for HIV and AIDS patients suspended. Feel free to access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Andrea Louis, and to all of our viewers around the world, thank you so much for watching. Join us next time.